Hey everybody, welcome to another season and another episode here in Forging an Ace in Iceland. We've got a lot to catch up on. We had disappointment in the Europa League, we had disappointment in the pre-season cup. Let's get into it. We've had some new players arrive who we're really excited about. Hi everybody, welcome to today's episode. Before we get into it, if you want to do us a massive favour, drop a like down below. Leave a comment if you want. Let me know how you're getting on in your save. If you're not subscribed already as well, why not hit that subscribe button? Yeah, some of you will be thinking, hang on Tom, you said we were going to come back for the Red Star Europa League game, so why aren't we? Well, after we lost to Ran 3-1, we then lost 2-1 to AEK Athens, and as you can see, we arguably, well, I don't even think arguably, we should have won. Only 37% possession, but when you look at the chances we created compared to them, yeah, unbelievable that we didn't get anything out of that game. And then we had disappointment again as we lost to Nürnberg at home, and I'm thinking, oh, this really is just not going well. But then we did manage to get our first win in European continental football in the league phase, in any sort of league phase of any European competition, when we beat Adana Demirspor 2-1, and we very much deserved this. But then, despite actually taking the lead against Marseille with our only shot on target, we did eventually succumb to an 82nd minute penalty from Ismail Assar, which knocked us out of the competition. And that is why I ended up not bringing it back for the Red Star game, which on paper we could have actually quite conceivably won. And you know, we certainly showed that we could be competitive over the course of this campaign. When you think that in the league phase we only conceded more than 2 goals in one game. And that was against Iran when we lost 3-1. And that was the only time we lost by a deficit of 2 goals. Otherwise, it was either draws, 2-1s, 1-0s, and obviously that 2-1 win. And then, as I said, we had disappointment in the little pre-season cup, the Dale de Bicocala. I'm still struggling with the pronunciation of some of these things. We absolutely sailed through, even this 1-0 against Leknir. The scoreline flatters them. As you can see, they didn't even have a shot on target. And then we lost 2-1 to Vikinga in extra time. They definitely deserved it when you see the match stats, but the fact that we conceded to an 87th minute goal from the edge of the box to level the tie after we had tried to shut up shop a little bit, basically because no one closed down Corral and he just smashed it into the bottom corner from outside the box because no one pressed him. And then that guy, Ronald Wabowo, scored against us again. So we finally got to the final, but we lost. So very disappointing. Now, transfers-wise, it might just be easy for me just to show you this screen for now for who we've brought in. And we have started to get the loan farm going a little bit with Paolo Roberto, who joined us on a free from Fram Reykjavik, going straight out on loan to Starnan. He's only 21. He can play up and down the left-hand side. With us signing another left-back, we kind of were in a position where we could afford to loan him out. And Styrminen Karasson was also like moaning again about game time, so we actually managed to also loan him out to Starnan. So he's hopefully going to make them a little bit stronger, maybe make them a little bit more competitive. They've been struggling in recent years, so you know it might be a good thing for him and hopefully a good thing for them. But hopefully we can just start building up a little bit of a loan farm, sending some players out on loan into the league. Another striker that we signed, again, purely with the loan farm in mind, was Brynjar Rijkaardsen. And he's gone out on loan to Hertha, who are in Division 2. He's 21 years old. He was free. So we're just going to see how he does. And it might be that he has this loan spell. And we just then bump him up as he progresses into... Eventually, he might be a sort of a decent loan farm player for, like, you know, a sort of mid to lower table top flight team. But we'll just have to see how that goes. So we'd already touched on Roberto. I think we'd already touched on Valston in the last episode. Yeah, the keeper we signed. And Ravine. Visharin, we mentioned that we'd finally managed to bring him in. He had a fantastic start. Some really lovely sort of little neat passes. And then he got injured in the cup. So yeah, he's only just sort of started coming back from that. But he looks really smart and composed in the middle of that. Sort of attacking midfield. Another guy we brought in was Victor Carl Einarsson, a little bit older, but basically brought him in just to be a defensive midfield rotation option. Helps that he is Icelandic, so we don't have the same issue that we had with Guinichi, where he counted as a foreign player. He's essentially a Guinichi replacement, and he's a good player, just gives us a little bit of depth in the midfield. Billy Comesio is someone who has been on our radar for a while. He was at our rivals, actually, for the last couple of years. He didn't renew his contract, so we quickly, well, I'll say quickly, we brought him in, and it took us a lot of negotiating to get him to agree to a deal. We had to sort of meet him halfway. He's definitely our highest paid player now, but yeah, 2.4k, and you know what? He was brilliant until the final against Vikinga, and then he just stank the place out. He was terrible. But then again, so did Alex Gomez, who we brought on at half-time. Basically, we made changes in that game to try and keep everyone sort of fit, ready, players who had shown good performances, and they just stank. They just didn't play. This is the left back we signed, which allowed us to let out Roberto. So Oscar Ragnarsson came in on a free from Greta. And yeah, he's really good mentally and physically. We just need him to get work on those technicals. But at the age of 19, I reckon we've got a chance for him to do that. Gudmundur Valdimarsson is someone we've been keeping an eye on for about 2 seasons when he's at Grindavik, and again his contract expired, and we brought him in. He's a decent Icelandic striker, and he also doesn't have that foreign issue that we have with Saeed and Swaj. Right backup, who to honestly is probably actually our best right back now over Stephenson, is Fredrik Pedersen, but you'll see his name's Carson. I assume it's his middle name, maybe. Fredrik Carson Pedersen. Yeah, good right back for us. Rijkaard, we've touched on, and we've just brought in this guy, Paul Janssen, a young Paul Janssen, basically just another young ball winner, and with that tackling of 17. He looked really, really good for us. It could be a really good player for us. So just someone who's just going to break up that midfield and feed the passes around. So we've already played our first game of the season, which was against After Elding, and it wasn't the most convincing. It was a set-piece goal where basically Comesio had a header, and Hjorlofsson just tapped in the rebound. It was like that Vikinga loss sort of really slowed our momentum. And you may also think, After Elding, weren't they... If you remember back a couple of episodes, they were the team who had Visharan, and we were like, well, let's face it, they're never going to get promoted, so surely he's going to want to negotiate with us. Well, he only went to help them get promoted, but he did end up jumping ship to join us when his contract expired. Finances are a little bit healthier. We are just trying to trim the wage budget down a little bit because we got a little bit carried away. This has definitely been helped by our new stadium, which we have officially moved into. The first game at home, we got about 240k in gate receipts, and we've definitely seen a bump in our attendance. So we're hoping that's going to carry on. So for the game today that we got, it's against Breidablik. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be pronouncing the D weird. I think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right. But as you can see, our defense is looking quite stacked now with Pedersen, Hjorlofsson, Comesio, and Ragnarsson. Sort of 3.5 stars for 3 out of the 4. And then the midfield is Cvetkovic with Janusson. Now Cvetkovic I have actually tried to sort of sell him, if not loan him out for now, because actually I think Einarsson might actually be, on paper, potentially a better player. I'm not sure. He certainly works harder. It's interchangeable, and it's also seen us put Gunnarsson out for loan as well. With us having Janusson, Einarsson, and I feel like there was someone else. Obviously, we've got Bragason there as well. So yeah, we're not going to see Visharan today. As you can see, he's not fully match fit after his injury still. And we're going to go with Fernandez, Magnusson, Isaacson. I think we're going to stick with Ragnarsson today. And obviously we've got Pedersen. And I think we're going to leave it at that for the time being. Magnusson's had a really good start to the season, to be fair to him. And as for Valsson or Barbet, I think Barbet's just going to carry on for now, but Valsson did play a few times during the Cup, and he certainly seemed to acquit himself well enough. So we're just waiting also to get our Champions League draw, obviously, because it's not finished yet. The competitions haven't finished yet. I'm also hoping to get a decent little bump of money for participation in the Europa League as well. Usually that gets divvied out at the end, from what I remember. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of chunk of money, which will come in handy for us. We have definitely, well, and Barbet, definitely without a doubt strengthened quite heavily this window. I feel the squad is in a far better position than it was last season. So I am really expecting us to quite comfortably win the league. To be honest with you, like, we should definitely be head and shoulders above most of the teams, I would say. Just basically based on how we did last season, when we were quite comfortably the best team in the league in the end, and yeah, I feel like we've only just gotten stronger. Excellent. My dog is barking. Is someone at my door? Nope. Nope. Sorry. So Breda ended up sacking their manager last year because they did really poor. So it'd be interesting to see how they do with a new manager if they are a bit stronger. So obviously, sort of, these are the team who in recent years have probably been a little bit more noticeably successful, not just domestically, but Europe, like in terms of Europe, because they've been competing in the Conference League group phase this season. Don't get me wrong, they didn't, I think they came bottom, but they've still been there. Nice. Poor. I'm going to change him to his defensive midfield role. He is someone who does seem to tire easily. I'm hoping it's not... He's nervous. I'm hoping it's not... Oh! He's going to get sent off. Cheers, pal. Right, who's going to get sacrificed? I'm going to have to sacrifice someone. Unless we just go to this for now. We're just going to go do that. I know it's a bit rogue having two playmakers in the middle, but we're just going to do it. And we'll have to just go a little bit more direct now. Just sort of try and grind it out. Half time. And we're just gonna... Come on. Dig in. Just tell them they deserve to win it and see if they believe they do. Did those opposition instructions stay? Yeah. Isaacson, come on. Come on. Wins the corner. Okay. Janison, I'm incredibly disappointed in you. If we can get a goal from a set piece. Nearly did. Tipped onto the bar. I have to put Ragnarsson as a fullback, I think. Don't want him getting too aggressive going forwards. That's fine. Let them shoot from outside the box. To go into a mid block, I don't want Suarez getting picked off like the balls over the top when there's no one in behind him. That's a rogue from Ragnarsson pushing in like that. We'll bring on Gunnarsson soon. And we'll probably leave Fernandez on. Unless we go narrow, potentially. But Magnusson's doing alright, to be fair. Part of me kind of wants to maybe go narrow and put Suarez up top with someone. It's a nice little cute reverse pass. But was he off? He was offside, fair enough. Okay, we're going to do that. I'm going to put Magnussen up top. Excuse me. With Swaj. And you know what, fine, we'll do that. And will you then let me do that? Thank you. Is he, I can't remember, he's very right-footed. Well, you're just going to have to do that for now for me. You know what, that's fine, actually. I'm happy with him being a supporting centre mid. This cannot go in, thank you. I think we just go super long, just try and play it up to Schwaj. And we maybe just put him as a target forward, maybe? Deep line. And Magnussen should be advanced. Billy, that's poor, mate. That's really poor. You should be doing better with that. He's supposedly good from corners. Fernandez having a poor game. I know it's not his ideal position, to be fair to him. Schwaj struggling. Do that. See if we can just nick something here. Be great if we could. He says, as they're obviously about to score. Great save from Hughes. Absolutely brilliant save from Hughes there. Big Hughes in goal. Claims it well. He does do that very well, to be fair to him. Come on, lads, don't do anything stupid now. That's going to go in. I knew that was going to go in. As soon as that cross came in, I knew that was going to happen. A late corner. And so far, the corners have been pretty terrible. For the most part. Come on. Come on, Aaron. What can you do? Whips it in. Yeah. Awful. And he's offside. You tit. Awful. Shafted by the red card. So obviously very, very disappointing result there, and not an ideal start really to our title defence. Obviously going for third in a row. But it's only 2 games, plenty of time to turn things around. So you know the drill, everyone. The next game will be our Champions League fixture. Don't know who it's obviously going to be against. We won't find out until the end of May, start of June. So I will see you all then. Hopefully we'll be top of the table with another trophy, another Meisterkapnikala against Hafnarfjordur, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully we'll have that under our belts again, and we'll have kicked on after that disappointment and start building up a bit of momentum as we hit the important games in Europe. Coefficient wise, we are looking like we're going to drop down 2 places, if I remember rightly. Yeah, we're going to drop below Moldova and North Macedonia. So yeah, can't be helped, but hopefully as we start competing more in Europe, we'll start being able to climb up the coefficients, and not doing it on our own quite so much. Because as you can see, we managed to accumulate 2.5 coefficient points this season, which is better than Armenia, level with Kazakhstan. But we just need the others to start pulling their weight too, and hopefully as our quality improves, we'll get a few more results. Hopefully that will filter down as we can just sort of disperse that quality throughout the league. So yeah, fingers crossed, everyone. Just noticed Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland are about to change places. Nice little bit of local rivalry there. So Northern Ireland are going to go above the Republic. I'm sure there'll be some people very happy about that. Anyway, everyone, before I start waffling, I will see you all very, very soon. I am recording this on the 22nd of December, so I hope everyone who celebrates Christmas has a fabulous time. I hope everyone has a lovely festive period. Take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.